listen.
Never in my life associated the word boring with baseball.
We know what's up.
Me? Yeah. Famous? Yeah.
And I'm like giddy over there smiling like, we're about to win this shit.
Did everyone give you crap? Give me a good host story.
I'm not picking it up.
We both love the game.
We talk about it every day.
Getting on baseball.
Having some popcorn, you're fooling around your phone.
I'd have to weigh mine for 3 hours.
Hang on, because it's about to be a wild ride.
Guess what? There's no human being on the planet I'd rather be talking to right now than Tyler O'Neill. That's a fact. I haven't said that in a little bit. So, congratulations on that.
On what story? What story? I don't know I was on camera this time.
No, it's good. It's good. I'll repeat it. There's no human being I would rather talk to than you. And I appreciate it. I only did that so that you would say sorry as a Canadian.
Exactly. You caught me off guard.
So. How do you sorry?
I try to say sorry.
SOOR.
Sometimes it might come out like there's 2 O's in the word. Happens once in a while.
Well, we've already accomplished something. So,
exactly.
like we always do, right?
There you go.
All right. Before I ask you, I need you to put me on a regiment, right? Okay. I want to reach full muscle capacity by the time the season's over.
Okay.
Okay. So I will do it. Like I will legit do it.
You got 6 weeks to train then.
I know. I don't care.
Short timetable.
It doesn't. Well, we'll do what we can.
There you go.
So it's awesome to see you, and it's great that you have helped the Baseball's and Boring brand in so many ways with your excellence, not only by wearing T-shirts but doing well in the T-shirt. And so it's how is let's talk about how Tyler O'Neill has evolved as a baseball player. Let's say in the last year, because we all get better in different ways. We all evolve in different ways. And I know that you had some injuries and that was unfortunate, but that doesn't mean you have stopped evolving. That doesn't mean that you aren't going to hit 50 home runs next year because of things that you learned this year. I'm pumping you up right now.
Yeah, well put. Unfortunately for me, I've been plagued with the injury bug a little bit this year. Coming over here to Boston last year, I really think I found my click. It was a tough couple years before that, just really finding, what made me productive and effective again. I found those routines and different clicks and different feels that I can kind of cue off of, interchange once in a while, depending on the day. It's tough to feel the same thing over 160 games. Things change up. But, like I said, there's a couple different things that I cue off of, and, I was able to implement that a little bit this year. I really feel like my batted ball data was good again this year. I just hit into some bad luck, got off to a bit of a slow start. Haven't really been able to get anything in rhythm for a consistent amount of time. So, I'm a little disappointed in that. Obviously I want to be out there and playing 100, 150, 160 games a season, but, that's not always the reality. And, just working what I can to get healthy again and get back in a good spot so I can help these guys win ball games.
I know how confident you were coming in this year. And even when you have injuries, you don't lose that confidence because science would suggest that you hit a home run once again in the opening day. You have some really good runs this season. So you still have that confidence, I would imagine, that you came in that this is going to be good, man. This version of Tyler O'Neill is going to be good, right?
I believe it, honestly.
Yeah.
I haven't lost confidence in myself as a player at all. I know that I go out in the field and I can produce. I've proven that in years past too. Like I said, just a bit of an injury bug this year that's gotten the better of me. And, it's just a battle back, and that's the toughest part about being hurt is just being out of rhythm and not being in routine, which I was able to attain last year over a more consistent stretch here in Boston.
So when you go back to this year, as you look, first of all, we're all waiting for the schedule reveal. You know why?
What's that?
You got to figure out where you're going to hit a home run next year, right? If there's one reason for a schedule reveal, it's this. It's where Tyler O'Neill's going to hit a home run
that's
on opening
awesome.
day, isn't it?
I think it's really cool that's kind of my piece in baseball history there.
Well, you can maybe have other pieces, but that's one. Yeah.
To be able to double down on it again this year was really special, and being in Toronto was a little bit of a cherry on top too. So, I appreciate that identity. I think it's really cool. I like showing up for the big moments. I feel like I'm a big moment player.
Yeah.
But it's not always a big moment, you know. Sometimes in this game, there's a lot of down times. There's a lot of, you know, even keel times, and obviously the high times are the main reason that we show up to the ballpark as ball players.
I would love to see you in a playoff run. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
I know that you.
That's the idea, right?
Yeah.
You know, obviously I signed over here, full confidence in this team. You know, and I still really think we're a really good team. You know, we've had a lot of guys hurt this year, especially our pitching staff. We've had young guys come up and step it up, and you know, proven what they got for next year too. So I think that's what it's all about at this point. You know, seeing what we got and what's within the organization. But you know, collectively, we all know that this is a very winning ball club, and we know that we really hit. Like we can really hit when we're all healthy. I don't really know how many games we've actually had that we've had our entire starting lineup healthy.
Well, you know what I know you can do. You can pitch right now. It's crazy. Like,
say that again.
You can pitch. Like there's not a team that has a better starting rotation the last 2 months than you guys too. And what I'm saying is that like there's actually you can see the pieces, and I can see like where. Your story is going to be one where you're going to have champagne showers, you know, in the years to come.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I think so.
That's what we play for. You know, that's what we envision as athletes. We want those celebrations. You know, I've had a couple of those in the past. Not really any deep postseason runs, but you know, getting into the postseason is always a blast. You know, it's fun playing meaningful baseball down the stretch in September. Nobody wants to be wasting it away, and you know, we still believe in ourselves that we can win ball games and see what happens down the stretch, and we have our own internal goals to see where we're going to get to. But you know, that's why we wake up at the beginning of the day.
I remember talking to you at the end of July last year, and you were just like, you're almost coming out of your skin. Like I so want to play in front of meaningful games in front of Boston, that Boston crowd at the time, right? Like I remember that.
Right.
And you know, and that'll come. It might be a different uniform, but it'll come.
No doubt. So. Yeah, and you know, just even coming here as a visiting player, man, the atmosphere is just like you just don't see it anywhere else in the league, man. Just the lights are just a little different here at Fenway Park, and it's always special. They play the music really loud, and the fans are always into it. You know, even yesterday, you could kind of see the stadium was a little dead until Sweet Caroline came along, and they got a little rowdy, and that was just really cool to see. It was really cool to see what it looked like again. And you know, like I said, it's always a special environment.
Because honestly, like last year for you guys, like you didn't get a chance to experience. Late August now is different than late August last year in 2024. I mean, you can feel that just coming in a visitor.
Yeah, you know, I think last year we were really in the hunt until about mid-September. You know, and then we kind of had a bad stretch with 2 or 3 weeks to go in the season, and things kind of fell off from there. But there was meaningful baseball played here deep into the season last year. It was really a joy.
Yeah, well, that's good. That's good. Speaking of meaningful baseball, are you going to play in the WBC?
You know, I'm hoping to. You know, I love wearing Canada and representing my country on an international stage. You know, I don't really want to think too far ahead right now.
Yeah.
Just want to focus on getting healthy.
Sorry, I don't mean to bring that up.
That's okay. I just want to focus on getting healthy right now and, you know, getting back and playing here on a consistent basis. You know, then I'll feel comfortable talking about a subject like that. But, you know, like I said, what I can say is I'm always honored to represent my country.
Okay. All right. Now let's get down to brass tacks. All right. All right. First of all, we was just saying, when do you wake up? Take me through your day. When do you wake up in the morning?
Well,
because I got to know what to do for the next 6 weeks.
Yeah, so no family here this week. So I've been sleeping in a little bit till like 9:30, 10 o'clock. You know, I'll try and wake up, you know, kind of get myself together, go out and get a coffee. You know, that might take an hour depending on where I'm walking, hence why I asked you about the coffee shops.
All right.
You know, a city like this, maybe walk around a little more just because the weather's so pleasant right now. And it's a very walkable city too. Not every city's like it. You know, go back to the room maybe 11, 12 o'clock, get some room service, and head to the field.
I'm waiting for the part where I lift.
Well, I haven't got there yet.
Okay, all right. So you come to the park. That's when.
Yeah, come to the park. Usually get in the training room, do some soft tissue and stuff, and kind of get myself ready and limber for the day. Then I'll transition to the weight room, start with the prep and core routine that I usually do.
So core first.
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely. Got to work on the six-pack, man.
All right.
You got to keep it.
I definitely have to, okay. All right.
Yeah. Get in the weight room, do my stuff, and then after that, go to the batting cage, and then somewhere around there, it's hitters meeting time and BP.
Okay.
So.
But you do core, and then you hit? And then you lift, or you lift after the game?
Core prep lift, basically. Is how
Core
it
prep
goes.
lift.
Yeah.
All right. So now, give me, if I had to do, okay, this is very important.
Yeah.
I have to do let's say this max out at 4 exercises per day. Okay? So I'm assuming one day's back, buys, chest, shoulders, whatever. Tell me what I should do.
Just every day? Same thing every day?
No, I shouldn't do the same thing every day. That's not advisable, right? Correct?
Well, you can. Just depends on your program.
Okay.
But what are you trying to do?
I'm the
What are you
Tyler
trying to
O'Neill.
accomplish?
I'm trying to full muscle capacity in 6 weeks.
So I'm no scientist here or anything, but I do like, I have about 6 to 8 exercises for core that I like to do. Definitely try to work in variations of T-spine mobility, hip mobility, so I'm moving the right way. Really helps me with my rotation and my rotational speed before I get in the weight room. I don't like going in there cold. Get a little older like me, start to feel that, 30 now. So.
I mean, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm really into BFR training right now, the blood flow restriction. I feel like I can do a lot more work with a lot less load, and the pump is just immaculate and really hits the right way lately. So I've really been big into on that.
Is BFR?
Blood flow resistance.
Okay, I'm gonna have to Google it.
Yeah, it's great for growth hormone and vascular elasticity, all things that I'm really into. And I mean, if you gotta have a go-to, I'm gonna do a BFR arm workout. I love the chest press and the bench press and stuff like that. On a pull day, I'll do probably some chin-ups and some rows to some sort, whether it's a cable row or a dumbbell row or a different stance or kneeling, whatever it looks like. Rely on the trainers and kind of see what they're thinking on a day-to-day basis for what I should mix in. Lower body's kind of been a single leg focus for me, so Bulgarian squats, lateral lunges, single leg RDLs, different things like that. I don't really want to kill it just because as outfielders we have to run so much over the course of the season. So, off season I'll go into more of a squat, deadlift focus, power focus program.
Okay.
But those are things you have to modify over the course of a baseball season and over the course of an off season.
All I heard was that whatever you said made an immaculate pump. That's it. BFR.
BFR, baby.
BFR.
Yeah, exactly.
BFR. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. My whole family thanks you. Because they're all going to be like, I'm like, how did you get this way in 6 weeks? Yeah. Hey, in all sincerity, you're one of our favorites, so I really appreciate everything that you do and great things ahead. Thanks, man.
Thank you, Rob. Appreciate it.